The one who occupies the most sacred space in your heart, your person, is currently held captive by a profound and overwhelming sense of yearning. This is not the flicker of a casual wish or the passing impulse of affection. It is a deep, sensual connection, a longing so fundamental it has rewritten the very architecture of their soul. It is a persistent, resonant hum beneath the surface of their daily life, calling them toward an intimacy that transcends the physical and dives into the spiritual confluence of two lives destined to intertwine. This profound desire has taken root, not in the shallow soil of fleeting emotion, but deep within the bedrock of their essential being, becoming the single, unwavering truth they can no longer deny. They stand now upon a precipice, the threshold of an inevitable revelation. The secret they have guarded, the hidden feelings they have kept under meticulous wraps for far too long, are pressing against the walls of their self-imposed silence, demanding release. Every breath they take is weighted with the untold words, every quiet moment a battle against the overwhelming urge to confess the landscape of their heart. What you may not fully comprehend, what remains opaque to your current understanding, is the sheer, visceral desperation driving them. Their desire to finally communicate with you, to share not just pleasantries, but their innermost thoughts, the raw, unfiltered tapestry of their emotions, has metastasized from a mere wish into an all-consuming obsession. It is a fevered, focused energy that colors every decision, every thought, every solitary moment they endure. It truly is as if an unseen, powerful current is flowing through the cosmos, and every fiber of their being, every cell and sinew, is vibrating at a frequency that matches your energetic blueprint. They are calling out to you in a silent, spiritual plea, yearning for the singular quality of your attention, the unique comfort of your understanding, and the ultimate benediction of your enduring love. This longing has ceased to be passive, it has become an active, internal force propelling them into motion. They are meticulously, almost frantically, making efforts to reconnect. These aren't grand, cinematic gestures alone, but a series of actions, some vast and visible, others subtle and almost imperceptible, all driven by the singular goal of bridging the gap that has formed between you. They are investing heavily, the diligent work of self-reflection, the relentless expenditure of time, the focused channeling of their precious, finite energy. All this is poured into the ambitious hope of dismantling the walls and clearing the debris of separation. They are now acutely aware of time's unrelenting march, racing against the clock of destiny, desperate to reach out to you before the cosmic alignment shifts and it becomes eternally too late. A chilling fear grips them, the absolute terror that if they do not act, if they allow this moment to pass unseized, they might lose you forever, watching from the outside as you move beyond their sphere of influence. Yet, this fear, which would paralyze lesser souls, serves a crucial, almost alchemical purpose here. It is not a fetter, it is fuel. It is propelling them to take decisive action, to rise up and fight for the vision they hold dear, the unshakable belief in your shared destiny, their hope for a future with you. They are gathering their courage, sharpening their intent, and preparing for the battle not against you, but for the sacred space of connection that they know remains viable, waiting only for their dedicated, fearless entry. In stark contrast to their internal tempest, you stand currently in a state of profound and admirable commitment. Your life is a well-structured, intentional fortress. You are deeply focused on your responsibilities, anchored by the magnetic pull of your goals, the compelling vision of your dreams, and the unwavering pursuit of your highest aspirations. You have built a discipline around your purpose, erecting invisible yet impenetrable boundaries that ensure nothing, and indeed no one, can derail or distract you from the illuminated path you have chosen. Your person observes this from the turbulent edges of their experience, and their feeling is not one of irritation, but of profound admiration. They see the unyielding strength in your focus, the fierce elegance of your self-discipline, and the effortless way you embody your own self-worth. It is this very sight of your self-possession that seals their resolve. This evidence of your intrinsic stability convinces them, not just intellectually but deep in the gut, that you are a treasure worth any conceivable struggle. This admiration solidifies into a quiet, burning confidence within their spirit, a profound assurance that they possess the capacity and the dedication necessary for winning back your heart and trust. Their confidence is rooted in something far deeper than superficial charm or transient hope. It is founded on their absolute, unshakable belief in the unique, ineffable bond that you two share. This connection, they know, is not merely circumstantial. It is a tapestry woven from shared pasts, mirrored energies, and a resonant future. They believe in the essential, purifying love that exists between you two, a kind of gravitational force that defines your mutual orbit. And because they believe this, they are now wholly, fiercely ready to do whatever it takes, to undertake any penance, to cross any chasm of past mistake, to profoundly and unmistakably prove the depth of their love, the unwavering nature of their loyalty, and the permanence of their renewed commitment to you. Their resolve is absolute, born from the fear of loss but refined by the vision of a shared, elevated existence. Even as you maintain your disciplined focus, a deeper spiritual work is underway within you. Fears, those ancient shadows of self-doubt and past hurt, may still threaten at the periphery, subtly attempting to hold you back from fully embracing the magnitude of your own worth. But you are engaged in an act of conscious will, a profound choice. You are actively choosing not to let these fears command your narrative. Instead, you are asserting the divine right to prioritize yourself, to place your needs, your inherent happiness, and your absolute well-being at the zenith of your daily intention. You are not standing still, you are moving forward in your life with a breathtaking grace and an undeniable confidence, a radiant force that compels the universe to align itself with your forward motion. Nothing, and certainly no one, is permitted to stand in the way of this sacred, unstoppable evolution. And this very evolution has created a powerful, paradoxical reaction in your person. Their jealousy is currently peaking not out of petty malice, but because they witness the miraculous work of your self-creation. They see you moving forward, the undeniable, tangible evidence of your growing, evolving, and consciously becoming the best version of yourself. They observe this magnificent transformation, and they are struck by a searing, painful pang of jealousy, a sharp realization of how far they allowed themselves to fall behind and how close they came to forfeiting their place beside such a magnificent spirit. This highly charged emotional state, a volatile blend of love, admiration, fear, and jealousy, is about to culminate in an impulsive, decisive move towards you. This action will not be measured or calculated, it will be an outpouring, a rush of energy driven by their most intense emotions and, most acutely, their deep-seated fear of losing you to this new, magnificent reality you inhabit. The internal fortress they had constructed, the walls of pride, denial, and protective solitude, are no longer tenable. The pressure of their truth has become too great, and they are breaking free, ready to dismantle their own protective architecture. They are now prepared to face their feelings, to own them fully, and, most importantly, to face you without the shield of avoidance. The painful irony for them is that, even though your heart is singularly focused on your own path and you are truly not interested in anyone else, they perceive a landscape of competition. They sense, with the keen intuition that only true longing provides, that you inherently have other options. They witness the subtle, respectful deference of others, the way people look at you, the undisguised admiration, the magnetic pull of your new confidence. This reality intensifies their worry, the haunting fear that you will move on, that you will find someone else deserving of your elevated state. And so, the culmination of this immense internal pressure is inevitable. Expect a call from them soon. A call that is not just a casual check-in, but an energetic, seismic event, a communication that has the potential to change everything. A call designed to create the opening, the necessary vulnerability, that might pull them back into your life, and most desperately, a call that seeks to rekindle the fierce, undeniable love that once was and which they now believe still burns fiercely beneath the ashes of your separation. They are now officially mobilized, ready to fight for you, to wage a courageous campaign for the love they instinctively know is still there. All they possess now, as they stand on the precipice, is the profound vulnerability of hope, the fragile, yet potent hope that you are willing to offer them the grace of another chance, and that, miraculously, you still reserve a sacred place for them in your heart's geography. The narrative shifts now to reveal the raw, internal experience of your person, the constant state of avoidance that has been their desperate, miserable refuge. It is not indifference that keeps them distant, it is the utter, soul-shattering inability to face you directly. The very contemplation of an encounter, the thought of seeing the magnitude of the hurt they've caused mirrored and amplified in the purity of your eyes, is a terror they cannot reconcile. It is an unbearable sight, a vision that holds the destructive power to shatter them from within, reducing their fortified ego to dust, leaving them exposed, undone, and utterly helpless. This fear, this crippling dread of confrontation, has become a palpable, physical entity that stalks their waking hours and poisons their sleep, filling them with debilitating anxiety. Their mind has become a constant theater where the scenario is replayed countless times, a relentless, torturous loop of possible encounters, imagined dialogue, and projected pain. Each mental rerun leaves them more distraught and emotionally pulverized than the last, deepening the conviction that silence and distance are the only viable defenses. The mere thought of looking into your eyes, those crystalline windows they know reflect the untainted truth of your soul, fills them with such incapacitating trepidation that the prospect of meeting your gaze becomes a monumental impossibility. And so, they choose the path of least immediate resistance, the agonizing decision to stay away. This self-distancing is not fueled by a lack of care, but by the desperate, frantic need to avoid witnessing the depth of the pain they inflicted. It is a self-imposed exile, a heavy penance they pay daily, a futile mechanism designed to shield themselves from the harsh, undeniable reality of the consequences of their actions. They are hiding from you, yes, but in a profound sense, they are hiding from the mirror of their own guilt. Lately, their internal world has been defined by upheaval. Their emotions, particularly those concerning the shared history and potential future of us, are a raging, unpredictable storm. They have found themselves crying over you with a frequency and intensity that feels deeply unfamiliar, a torrential release of suppressed remorse. It is as if their entire heart has been broken into a million pieces, and each shard is a microscopic, agonizingly sharp reminder of the beautiful, irreplaceable thing that we once had and that they so carelessly endangered. The absence of you in their daily reality has created a vacuum, plunging them into a sustained state of depression, a metaphysical darkness that seems to bleed into and permeate every last corner of their existence. There are days when the basic mechanics of survival, the mere struggle to get out of bed in the morning, feel insurmountable, an act of sheer will against the gravitational pull of despair. They move through the daylight hours with a sense of numb functionality, but it is the nights that are truly the worst. When the world outside falls silent, the solitude and the profound quiet become overwhelming burdens. They are left brutally alone with their thoughts, and these thoughts, without fail, are thoughts of you, memories, regrets, what ifs, that they cannot escape, no matter how desperately they attempt to distract or evade. Even music, which was once a reliable source of simple human joy and comfort, has been co-opted by the conspiracy of memory. It has become a constant, poignant reminder of you. Songs, often ones you shared, seem to play out of nowhere, the lyrics and melodies acting as powerful psychic triggers, echoing in their mind throughout the day and night. Each one acts as a tiny, perfect prism, diffracting an old memory, a shared moment, an unspoken truth. It feels less like coincidence and more like the universe itself is conspiring, an undeniable, orchestrating force determined to keep your presence alive and vibrant in their thoughts, refusing them the false peace of forgetting. In a desperate, almost spiritual attempt to bring order to the chaos of their feelings, they have instinctively turned to the sacred act of writing. They have penned a poem about you, an act of emotional triage, pouring the raw entirety of their turbulent emotions into words. The paper is a sanctuary, a place where their guilt and their longing can finally coexist, translated into the language of regret and devotion. It is a tangible expression of their deepest truths, a profound testament to the enduring depth of their emotions. If a moment of grace were granted, if the opportunity arose, they believe they would sing this poem for you, not just read it, but vocalize it with a raw, imperfect melody, hoping that the combined weight of the music and the verse could convey what words alone cannot, hoping the vibration of the song could bypass the analytical mind and speak directly to your weary heart. Lately, the act of creation has naturally led to the contemplation of communication. They have been consumed by the thought of sending this poem to you. It represents their purest, most sincere voice, a tangible expression of their feelings, a physical artifact bearing the weight of their soul's inventory. They hold it as a potential key, a desperate hope that it might be easier to let the words speak for them than to face the terror of a direct conversation. They envision the verse conveying the crushing remorse, the relentless longing, and the essential, foundational love that they still feel for you, a love that has survived their own recklessness. But for this moment, they remain in their self-imposed exile, caught in the agonizing, paralytic chasm between the intense desire to reach out and the profound, ethical fear of causing even more pain. And so, they continue to grapple with their feelings, wrestling with the moral complexity of their actions, while holding on to the silent, desperate hope that one day they will find the courage, the necessary internal purification, to stand before you and fully own both their love and the indelible hurt they have caused. Simultaneously, your person is deeply embarking on a challenging journey, a profound, existential initiation that is designed to strip them of their former, flawed self. This is a rite of passage, a process testing their resilience and the absolute limit of their strength. This journey is inherently tumultuous, and it is not without its obstacles. Any resistance they encounter, any friction or emotional barrier, seems to translate immediately into a deep, pervasive fatigue. This weariness is not merely physical, it is a spiritual and emotional and mental exhaustion, a deep-seated depletion that seeps into their bones, relentlessly sapping their energy and leaving them feeling profoundly drained and exhausted by the sheer weight of self-discovery. This crucible of pain, however, is precisely where your strength comes into play. Your power, your unique spiritual muscle, lies in your proven ability to work through the jealous tendencies that such a highly charged, complicated situation might inevitably generate. Jealousy, you understand, is not a simple vice. It is a complex emotion universally rooted in insecurity and fear, often reflecting a perceived deficit in one's own worth. It possesses the inherent capacity to be destructive if not addressed and transcended. But your emotional maturity and your demonstrated commitment to your partner's highest good grants you the ability to move through it, to understand its primal roots and to overcome it through conscious, compassionate effort. This is the testament to your emotional maturity. They are enduring a tumultuous period in their life, a phase filled with sharp ups and downs, unexpected twists and complex turns. It is truly a wild ride through the depths of their own consciousness, but you must rest assured in the certainty that they will come out alive. They are being forged in this fire, destined to emerge from this journey stronger and infinitely more resilient. However, during this profoundly challenging time, they require a specific, powerful energetic nurturing from you. It is an energy exchange rooted not in obligation, but in compassion. It might be intensely tempting to shut them out, to retreat into protective pride. The human ego often compels us, with a dark whisper, to make others feel what we have felt, to force them to experience the same pain and hurt that we have endured. But this shared, often agonizing journey between you has served a higher purpose. It has forcefully taught you the value of compassion, revealed the importance of understanding and empathy, and cemented the foundational necessity of a willingness to forgive, to consciously let go of past hurts and collectively move forward. It encourages both of you to proceed with grace, with dignity, and with a renewed sense of purpose that transcends the superficial dramas of the past. The love you hold not just for them, but the love that is your essential, luminous nature, possesses a radical, transformative power. It is a spiritual force that has the singular ability to soothe their troubled mind, to effortlessly calm their restless spirit, and to utterly transform their darkest thoughts into constructive self-reflection. Your love is, quite literally, a beacon of light in their deepest darkness, an unending source of comfort and profound solace. They are utterly intrigued by you, captivated by your inherent strength and unwavering resilience. They recognize the deep work you have done. They know more about you than you might realize. They observe the profound internal changes that radiate outwards. They see your disciplined dedication, your commitment to an elevated life, and beneath the layers of past conflict, they recognize the essential quality of your love for them.